Okay, this is really going to be it for right now. I just wanted to come back and, I don't know, give a word of inspiration to some of you who might need to hear that inspiration. Um, I'm always trying to do any and everything possible to be the best beacon of light that I can to as many people as I possibly can. And sometimes I don't know if I even light the flame to the torch. And sometimes I know I carry that torch pretty high and pretty well. But sometimes there's always the misfortunes of other people's doubts and disbeliefs and cruelty from the lack of a veil over their eyes. I was born with a veil, so I can see pretty good. See, that's the only difference between you and I. I was born with a veil, so I see things that you will never be able to see. And when you're trying to be the best beacon of light that you could possibly be, according to your calling, according to the journey, according to the mission, and it's all in God's hands anyway, but it's also all designed by God and is created to be in pleasing with Him, not man. And so when people disbelief and don't understand and use a lot of rhetoric ways of speaking because they don't understand or have very little understanding of how the kingdom of God operates, and they just assume things when they don't really know anything. And people are very good in assuming what they don't know, and they're so good at it, and they've deceived and lied to themselves so well to where they really have convinced themselves that those lies that they've been telling all these years are true. So when I meet people like that, I brush them off. I do. But I try not to brush them off so quickly. I try to give them something something to think about before I brush them off. And it depends on that situation or the circumstances of what I might say to give them something to pound. I like leaving food for thought, and so it, like that. For instance, I remember one time I was waiting on the city bus, and as I was sitting there waiting on the city bus, there was a lady sitting, a couple of people sitting there, but there was this one lady in particular sitting there, acting all really over herself, all stuck up and overwhelmed and everything else, and so I spoke to her, and she dropped her head down when I spoke to her. And nothing really disturbs me more than how a person reacts when you speak to them. And I said, it's very funny. I find it very strange how many people have an attitude when you speak to them, but they don't know that you're the very same person. Take them to God in prayer every night. I say I pray for the whole entire world every night before I close my eyes. And then your prayer did not go missed either. And then she looked up and she smiled at me. And then she said, how are you doing? Well, you could have did that at first. It don't hurt nobody to speak. Some people, it do hurt them. But I get offended by people like that. And then I have to leave them some food for thought. And so my inspiration to you today is whoever it is out there that may be listening to me, that may be going through something, trying to prove who you are to people. You can never prove. God's people are never accepted in their own kingdom. You got to leave out from your kingdom, meaning out from your family, out from your lineage, out from your country, out from wherever it is that is normally a comfort zone for you. You got to leave out from it in order to be accepted for what God has called you to be. You can never have a person accept you for who you are under God, because they can't see you. for who you are under God. The only way that they could see you for who you are under God is they have to be able to acknowledge themselves under Him. And if they haven't submitted themselves under God, and they don't know how to interact with Him, most importantly, definitely don't know how to build a personal relationship with Him, don't know how to fast, don't know how to meditate, don't know how to utilize long-suffering prayer, sacrificing the flesh, training the spirit. They don't know how to do any of these things for a person. They think that you just wake up and got a personal. That does not. It doesn't happen like that. You don't get no personal relationship with God like that. And I remember yesterday, I almost struck my fist. I could only see Moses with the 15 commandments, and he broke 5 of them, so only had 10 left. But I could see him coming down that mountain, and as he was coming down that mountain, how he was hearing the people, and how he looked, and how he seen the people again building and creating another golden image to worship, and place in the front in the return of it being the Most High God. And he had to been furious and he smacked that tablet up against the stone. And that's what I did yesterday. I could see me, even though I didn't physically do it, but spiritually, I took my fist and I smacked it up against the stone of my heart, because I was feeling like enough is enough. I don't understand why people find such delight and such pleasure in lying on a person that has done everything in their power to be all that they have been called and chosen and elected by God to be, including holding up the bloodstains for this world. Because if they should ever drop those bloodstains, the world come down. But, it is what it is with people. So whoever you are that's going through this, and I sense your spirit very, very heavily, that you've been trying to prove to people that you're not that person that they think you are. And it doesn't matter what they think you are. God didn't call them. God called you. Well, God didn't chose them. He chose you, because many people are called, but very few are chosen. You are chosen. Step into that calling of your chosenness. Rely and depend upon God for your every movement and your every need, and let Him direct your path, and let Him stand you up tall to be the person that He called you to be. There is no fumbling, stumbling, and falling back with His words and His doings. And when He has already elected you, you're going to do just fine. I want you to know that you're right now. You're not mind-wise. You're not here and focusing on that, because you're so focused on what these people are saying negatively about you. So be it. Do your hand like this. So be it. Say what you want to say about me, because whatever you say about me has never been truth. Truth lies within your love and your passion and your relationship with God. If you don't have that, you don't have truth anyway. What is truth? You don't know what truth is. So you say to yourself, you are the best beacon of light that God has elected and called into this world to do so on your journey. And sweetheart, you continue to do it. Whether you man or woman, child, young girl, young boy, do it. Yes. And I'm hoping that was an inspiration. That's all I have for right now. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. Wisdom, love you unconditional, just not in the bed. You know this. And always to the Most High God, who is the head of my life and the head of my household. The number one in my life and the number one in my life, my household. He is the number one in my heart. He's my author and my finisher. He is the beginning and the end. He is the Alpha and Omega. He is who has created me for a specific task. And when that task is over with, He is the one who will call me back home. Shalom. Shump. Yes. And I'm hoping you like it. I do. All of you. And I hope it was an inspiration. Yeah.